Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Universe Mode on the JPG channel. We're here on Monday Night Raw, and it is time to serve some hard justice with Dijak entering the ring. Not only entering the ring, but entering this triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying match. Dijak, a man we haven't seen on Monday Night Raw in quite some time, making his return in a big way with a Money in the Bank qualifying match. But his two opponents here tonight are two men that have been making waves on Monday Night Raw as of late. That being this man right here, the Mad Dragon, Ilja Dragunov, a man that Dijak is all but too familiar with, being that Dragunov ran Dijak out of NXT when they had that Loser Leaves Town match last September at TakeOver London. And the other man in this match, the bit of a wild card, Trick Williams, is in the building here tonight, and he has an opportunity of a lifetime to find himself in the Money in the Bank ladder match. He just has to get through the Mad Dragon, Ilja Dragunov, who was coming off the biggest win in his entire career last week, putting away the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, after a nearly 25-minute instant classic between the two. And he also has to worry about the returning Dijak, who is looking to enforce his way into that Money in the Bank ladder match himself. As of right now, the only man to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match is indeed Braun Strowman over there on Friday Night SmackDown. Looking a little bit lonely for the monster among men, so we got to find out who is going to be joining him when we get to London. Here comes to Trick Williams down to the ring. Like I said, another man that has been making a good name for himself here on Monday Night Raw. He started the series off with Carmelo Hayes by his side. Hayes, of course, was drafted over to Friday Night SmackDown, so Trick Williams has kind of had to find his own way on Monday Night Raw. You know, he wasn't in NXT for very long before we shut the doors down over in the Performance Center. And now Trick Williams finds himself in a much bigger pond with a lot bigger fish, some even sharks. Of course, referring to like a Dijak or Ilja Dragunov. Both these men very explosive personalities when they get into that ring. We mentioned Carmelo Hayes. He's actually going to be in a qualifying match on Friday Night SmackDown. I will see him, Swerve Strickland, and Apollo Crews, and see which one of those men will be joining Braun Strowman in the Money in the Bank ladder match. But here we go as Dijak goes underway with Trick Williams. Ilja Dragunov and Dijak going to pick up right where they left off all those months ago. This is the first time Dijak has even ran into Ilja Dragunov since Dragunov won that Loser Leaves Town match. And now Dijak dropping the knee right to the face of Trick Williams. And Williams and Dragunov have a very easy game plan early on in this match, and that's take the much bigger man out, as Trick Williams, though, taking on all comers. Big suplex to Ilja Dragunov now, sending Dragunov outside the ring. Like I said, Dragunov's coming out the biggest win in his career over Bryan Danielson last week, so he has to be riding a wave of momentum that is almost just absolutely... What the hell has Dragunov got planned here? Oh my God, full head of steam. I was going to say, it has to be riding a wave of momentum that is just almost unimaginable. Not a lot of people can say they pinned Bryan Danielson's shoulders down to the mat for a 3 count. Dragunov can say he did that in his debut on Monday Night Raw. And now look at this, back suplex from Trick Williams, but he doesn't see Dijak coming in with a chair shot right to the back, but oh my goodness, he just launches that chair right at the face of Ilja Dragunov. And now Dragunov clearly incensed right now with Dijak. And like I said, these two are just going to pick up right where they left off before Dijak left NXT. And it almost came down to that, like where these two men could not be on the same show with one another. I mean, it was just an danger to the environment. As now Dragunov sends Trick Williams packing. Williams talking a little trash, but I don't think he wants to do that to Ilja Dragunov, as Dragunov just sends himself crashing into Trick Williams now, and now face first into the turnbuckle. And now Dragunov looks to settle the score with Dijak now. Man, we might have to bring in some reinforcements for these two. Dragunov and Dijak on the same show, man. That is a recipe for disaster. My God. Dijak just launched Dragunov right on that steel chair. And speaking of the steel chair, driving that chair right into the face of Trick Williams. This could be all but over. Dragunov, though, would love to play spoiler to Dijak here tonight. As now Trick Williams gets a hold of Ilja Dragunov. It's almost like, you know, Williams almost like an afterthought in this match. But look at this. High justice from Dijak. But Ilja Dragunov leveling him with a lariat. Man, every time you see Dragunov in the ring, you're going to see an absolute madman at work, as he just levels Dijak with a second lariat. Count to 1, 2. Dijak pops the shoulder. And now it's Trick Williams trying to get back involved here. But Dragunov, oh my goodness, sending Williams face first into the steel chair. And man, Dragunov is, like I said, he's just been absolutely impressive at his short time on Friday Night SmackDown, taking it to the new leader of the Bloodline, Sol Sikoa. And now on Monday Night Raw, debuting against Bryan Danielson, a huge jumping clothesline. And really, I mean, that's what earned Dragunov this opportunity here tonight, is a win over a former world champion like Bryan Danielson. The American Dragon, one of the best professional wrestlers in the world today. And Ilja Dragunov got one over on him. A number of weeks ago, Trick Williams was in a tremendous match with now Intercontinental Champion Jey Uso, so he's definitely proven his reason to be here as well. As I look at this, Dragunov sending Williams up for a ride. My goodness gracious, schoolboy powerbomb from Dragunov gets the 2 count. Dijak wouldn't even been involved in the deciding factor of this match, but wait a minute. No, what the hell has Dijak got planned here? Dragunov now on the top rope. Oh man, what Dijak is deceptively athletic for his size, and he's about to show that right now off the top rope with a Spanish fly to his former rival Ilja Dragunov. Trick Williams taking full advantage of both these men being down. Justified This Is Awesome chance to start our show. Trick Williams laying the hammer down right now on Dijak. And now it's easy pickings for Trick Williams, but Dragunov's back in the fight. You can never count Dragunov out, man. He went the distance, like I said, with Bryan Danielson last week. And now what the hell is Dijak got planned? Oh no, he's got a kendo stick of all things. Dragunov leveling Trick Williams with the Uranagi. And now look at this, just smacks that kendo stick right out the hands of Dijak. And now here comes Dragunov, full head of steam. Dragunov, like I said, man, he is an absolute force in that ring. And now wait a minute, top rope! Senton off the top rope. Doesn't realize Trick Williams has made his way back into this match. And now it's Trick Williams back in the ring. Oh my goodness, Hangman's neckbreaker to Ilja Dragunov. Dragunov could be down and out here. And now Trick Williams going off the ropes. I think he went for a Torpedo Moscow of all things. to Ilja Dragunov. Dragunov completely disrespected by that. Dijak now back in the match. And now what the hell's Dijak got planned for Dragunov? He's got him on his shoulders. Sends him into the turnbuckle. And I think he just split Dragunov open with that move right there. And now Dijak, oh my goodness, just attacking that open wound. Like I said, there are very, very serious unresolved issues between these two men. That being Dijak and Dragunov. As now Trick Williams fending off Dijak. But Dijak elbows right to the midsection. Oh my goodness, just sharp elbows right to the face of Trick Williams. And now Dragunov is split, cut wide open, man. He clearly has some much needed revenge coming Dijak's way. I'm sure all Dragunov can see right now is just red, and man, for a man it's already pretty intense in his own right without him bleeding. Imagine, oh my goodness, great. I was gonna imagine what he would do to you once he sees the side of his own blood, but might not be able to see it because Dijak just leveled him with that kick right to the face, discus kick. And speaking of a kick, here goes another kick by Trick Williams. And now wait a minute, Ilja Dragunov. Trick Williams now on the attack to the Mad Dragon. And now it's Trick Williams and Dijak both putting a beat down Ilja Dragunov. Trick Williams looking to get an equalizer with the kendo stick. All these triple threat qualifying matches, we have seen a lot of guys and a lot of girls resort to the hardware as an option. But I mean, whatever you got to do to find yourself in that Money in the Bank ladder match, as now this fight has been taken to the outside. And now Trick Williams is talking a bunch of trash. Something he does all too well. And now throwing Dragunov back in the ring, as does Dijak meet him in the ring. Now a shot right to the face of Dragunov. And now it's Dijak fighting off Trick Williams. And now wait a minute, choke breaker right onto the knee. Dragunov needs to wake up here. That might be it of Trick Williams. Count of two. No, Trick Williams gets the shoulder out this time. Dragunov doesn't even know where the hell he's at. Dijak's looking to remind him. And now wait a minute. About to send Dragunov forward. Right! Death Valley driver. He's not done yet. Oh my God! Springboard moonsault. I told you this man is deceptively athletic. Dijak with a springboard moonsault. Not capitalizing though. Instead, going for Trick Williams. The hell does Dijak have planned here? Oh, Williams evades danger there. And now Dijak suffering an attack from Dragunov. Oh, Dragunov went straight for Dijak, but Dijak and Dragunov just locking eyes for a second before they decide to oh my God, before they decide to strike once again. Look at this, out of nowhere, a book and rock bottom variation from Trick Williams. Count of two. Dragunov gets the shoulder though. And now Trick Williams tries his luck with Dijak. Dragunov's down and out. Trick Williams tries his luck with Dijak. Dijak meets him with a lariat. Oh my goodness, big boot to Dijak. Torpedo Moscow to Trick Williams. Dijak is stunned on the ropes. He has no idea where he's at. Count of two. Dragunov goes to Money in the Bank. Ilja Dragunov will meet the Monster Among Men and 4 other men in the Money in the Bank ladder match come when we get to London. Man, what an absolute banger to start our show, folks. Ilja Dragunov is on one hell of a streak so far, defeating Bryan Danielson, now qualifying for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Dragunov is well on his way to becoming one of the fastest uprising stars that WWE has ever seen. But we have to figure out who was joining Io Sky and Bayley, folks, because we have a just as big, just as tremendous triple threat women's match coming up next. And we'll notice a very familiar face in the middle there, Rhea Ripley, a woman that could have been walking in tonight as the champion. Unfortunately, falling to Becky Lynch in Saudi Arabia. And that kind of concludes those women's trilogy, or does it? Rhea Ripley wins here tonight, and then she wins the Money in the Bank ladder match. She could cash in on Becky Lynch and really get the last laugh in that rivalry that has really been brewing since SummerSlam of last year. And you can see it right on the front torso of her attire, brutality. That's exactly the name of the game when it comes to Rhea Ripley. And man, she's gonna have to bring every ounce of that if she wants to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. She is heading in to this triple threat match, I should say, with a force being of Piper Niven, but also one of the longest reigning women's world champions in this company. Asuka is also involved in this match. Asuka also being a former Money in the Bank ladder match winner. Rhea Ripley, on the other hand, has never won the Money in the Bank ladder match. Here comes Piper Niven down to the ring. We haven't gotten to see a whole lot of her. But as I say time and time again, folks, the Money in the Bank ladder match it's a career altering match. It could literally skyrocket your career in one night. And that could do wonders for a woman like Piper Niven. I mean, you can ask a Carmella, you can ask a Liv Morgan, you can ask a even Bayley. You can ask all those ladies what Money in the Bank does for their career. Winning the Money in the Bank ladder match does for their career. And you know, the funny thing here is Io Sky has already qualified. That is the other half of the Women's World Tag Team Champions. If Asuka wins here tonight, it's going to be a very interesting sight seeing Asuka and Io Sky in the Money in the Bank ladder match together. I mean, it's every woman for themselves at the end of the day. You could team up with your partner for a little while if you want, try and, you know, go in there with a strategy and take the other four women out. But at the end of the day, only one woman can hold that briefcase. So there's very interesting stories developing here on Monday Night Raw if Asuka does walk away with the win here tonight. But you're walking in with a very determined Rhea Ripley. She's very determined to get back up on that mountain, especially after suffering a second loss to Becky Lynch this year. As she went straight for Asuka, went straight for the biggest threat in this match, as does Piper Niven as she drops Asuka with a Saito suplex. And now Ripley fending off Piper Niven and Asuka. And look at this, catches the clothesline attempt from Piper Niven, strength on full display. And we say Asuka is probably the biggest target in this match, but Rhea Ripley is just as big of a target. Former women's champion in her own right. She just hasn't been women's champion since WrestleMania. She's trying to get that title back around her waist. We've seen a lot of back suplexes going around in the early goings of this match. Asuka trying to fend off both Rhea Ripley and Piper Niven. As now Ripley sends Asuka into the turnbuckle. Oh my God, big boot right to the face. That might be a good night nurse right now. Going for a cover, only gets a 1 count. Pops the shoulder out at 1. And now Rhea Ripley targeting Piper Niven, but Piper Niven taking a shot at Asuka. Now, wait a minute. Oh, my goodness gracious. Sending Piper Niven throat first into the ropes. Oh, my God. What a headbutt from Rhea Ripley out of nowhere. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Roundhouse kick now to Piper Niven. Like I said, a very determined, frustrated, if you will, Rhea Ripley here tonight, man. This is like Money in the Bank ladder match is her second chance opportunity to get that women's championship back around her waist and to get the last laugh against Becky Lynch, really. And now Ripley sending Piper Niven face first. Or I should say, back of the head first. Oh, no, look at this. All legal. All legal. Asuka just spit the mist right in the face of Rhea Ripley. Ripley is momentarily blinded. Ripley can't even see what's going on. She's trying to find her in the corner here, but I don't think Ripley even knows where she's at. You can see the blue all over her face. She's trying to shake that off. And now, wait a minute, attacking Asuka, she's just, like, literally just throwing random kicks and random punches, but I think the miss is almost off her face now, but Piper Niven taking full advantage of a temporarily blinded Rhea Ripley. She already has all that face paint on her face as it is. More mist into the eyes is not going to do anything for her sight. As now, look at this. Piper Niven could be finding herself in that ladder match, but Asuka coming to Rhea's aid, but not really to help Rhea, but to help herself. And now Asuka sending Piper Niven off the ropes. Elbows right to the back of Piper Niven now. Rhea Ripley finally back into this one with a big boot. Almost a receipt. Oh my God, and if it wasn't, then that sure as hell was. Roundhouse kick right to the face. Drop kick to the face of Piper Niven now. And now Rhea Ripley, the hell she got planned here? Has Asuka up for electric chair. Face buster. Electric chair face buster plants Asuka. Now wait a minute. Asuka's down and out. Rhea Ripley gets paid by the hour. Riptide to Piper Niven out of nowhere. Asuka's planted out. No, Piper Niven gets the shoulder out at 2.5 of the Riptide of nonetheless. Rhea Ripley cannot believe Piper Niven just kicked out of that. And now wait a minute. Asuka sending her elbow right into the face of Rhea Ripley once again. And now Asuka snap mirror. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. A twisting buzzsaw kick right to the face. Ripley could be out here. Asuka going for another equalizer. Another kendo stick introduced in this match. Like I said, every single triple threat match that we have seen for these qualifying matches, we've seen a weapon involved. It's almost hilarious at this point. It's now Ripley trying to fend off Asuka, but Asuka doing exactly the same to Rhea Ripley. And now ducks the kick attempt, goes straight for Piper Niven, and now goes straight for Asuka. And now Ripley's starting to feel the momentum shift in this match finally after temporarily being blinded and being overpowered by Piper Niven. Rhea Ripley's finally back in this one and now shoving elbows right into the back once more of Piper Niven. And now wait a minute, strength on full display from Rhea Ripley. And now what the hell has Rhea Ripley got planned here? She's going top rope. What the hell she got planned? Elbow drop. Meanwhile, Asuka just kicked the knee of Piper Niven. And now Asuka trying to drag Rhea Ripley over the ropes. And now elbow right to the face of Asuka. Asuka reverses once again, but wait a minute. Caught Rhea. Got stopped dead in her tracks by Piper Niven, and Rhea Ripley just absolutely launched herself at Asuka. Meanwhile, Piper Niven just launched herself at Rhea Ripley, and now off the ropes goes Asuka. Oh my goodness, big boss man slam from Piper Niven, leveling Asuka now. Rhea Ripley wants to get back into this ring, man, if she wants an opportunity to regain her championship. She's not going to be involved in the deciding factor in this match. And now, wait a minute, Rhea Ripley Oh my goodness, sending Piper Niven crashing down now. Went for the headbutt, but Asuka wise enough to get a boot up first, and now a kick right to the face. Ripley could be out here. Piper Niven sending Asuka into the turnbuckle. Ripley is out here, man, but Piper Niven is going to have to take control. She's going to have to take advantage of this, but she's on the outside of the ring for some reason, as now Asuka chasing Piper Niven, looking to grab that kendo stick once again. Asuka kicks it right out of her. Oh, look at this. Submission hold on the outside of the floor from Asuka, but it doesn't matter whether Piper Niven submits or not. It doesn't count on the outside of the ring, but the damage damn sure will be done. As now Ripley sending Asuka back into the ring. And now sending Piper Niven crashing down to the floor. And now wait a minute, kendo stick in the hands of the Empress of Tomorrow, as Rhea Ripley trying to evade. Trying to evade Asuka. Finally gets a boot right to her face. And now, oh my God, one failed swoop of that kendo stick that Rhea Ripley just hit Asuka with. Just broke it over the head of one half of the women's tag team champions, Asuka. And now Ripley back on the attack of Piper Niven, but gets dropped by a bulldog, courtesy of Asuka. I don't know how the hell Asuka's still standing after getting absolutely destroyed by a kendo stick. And now it's Rhea Ripley sending shots down to the face of Asuka. Rhea Ripley saw Piper Niven coming. And now wait a minute. You gotta be kidding me. This might be the biggest prism trap we've ever seen. Prism traps locked in on Piper Niven. Piper Niven, no, she has to submit. Niven has to submit. Ripley applying the pressure on the knee and the lower spine of Piper Niven. I don't think Niven's ever had to bend like that in her entire life. Rhea Ripley finds herself in the Money in the Bank ladder match and finds herself with almost an open door, a brand new door opening as far as her and the WWE Women's Championship is concerned. And that has to feel good for the Eradicator, knowing that she has another opportunity to potentially earn her championship back. All she has to do is walk out of London with that briefcase. And speaking of the woman that took that championship away from Rhea Ripley, we are getting ready to see Becky Lynch in action here tonight against a new face on Monday Night Raw, Cora Jade, of course, with her Team 2001 tag team partner, Roxanne Perez, by her side. Huge opportunity for this young lady to get in the ring with one of the best in the women's division today, that being Becky Lynch.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, Cora Jade.
Now wait a minute, Becky Lynch though, looking to make an example out of Cora Jade, just sends her face first, but Cora Jade able to kind of duck the attempt. I don't know what the hell Becky Lynch was thinking there. Clearly, she's not going to let any of these new women that have come through from the draft kind of overshadow her on Monday Night Raw. This is indeed Becky Lynch's show, being that she is the women's champion. Oh my goodness, face first. This is a brand new attitude out of Becky Lynch, that is for certain. Roxanne Perez just standing by, watching her friend get absolutely destroyed at the hands of the man. I don't think Perez wants anything to do with it. This is a different side of Becky Lynch. Almost more motivated than ever to carry this women's division on her back after defeating Rhea Ripley in Saudi Arabia. And now Perez trying to get involved here, just getting Becky Lynch away from her friend. Give Cora Jade some breathing room. Now Lynch is begging Cora Jade to get into her ring. Cora Jade is going to oblige here. And now wait a minute. Oh my goodness. I'm going to say, I think she just sent Lynch spine first into into that ring apron. Cora Jade completely thrown off guard here by the man Becky Lynch. Oh my goodness, elbow right to the face of Cora Jade now. Goes for a suplex attempt. Cora Jade, though, using her, distributing her weight. But wait a minute, Becky Lynch caught her. Electric chair drop from the man. Man, the women's champion definitely out here with a point to prove here tonight. It's her first match back since defending the title against Rhea Ripley in Saudi Arabia. A lot of people have, claimed that Becky Lynch has kind of gone soft in her later stages in her career. And clearly she took that one to heart. Because Becky Lynch is absolutely making an example out of Cora Jade here tonight. I didn't even realize that turnbuckle was exposed. Becky Lynch sends Cora Jade into it not once but twice. When the hell did the turnbuckle get exposed? I have no idea. Becky Lynch, though, has not let Cora Jade even think about where the hell she's at. Cora Jade is absolutely beside herself right now. And Becky Lynch is a mad woman. I have no idea what's going on with Becky Lynch, man. Like I said, just a point to prove. Now that she finally got over that hump being Rhea Ripley. And now, wait a minute, on the outside nonetheless. Going for a disarmer on the outside. Cora Jade getting that shoulder ripped in half. Count of 8. I don't think Becky Lynch even cares about winning this match. It's a count of 9 already now. It just has that disarmer locked in on Cora Jade. This is a draw, folks. This wasn't even a match. Becky Lynch with a heinous assault on Cora Jade. And what for? Just to maybe prove yourself, prove that you run this division. I mean, being the champion alone tells you that. Needless to say, we're going to have to move on to our main event because once again, the American Dragon finds himself in the main event of Monday Night Raw, but boy, does he have one hell of a competitor here tonight. This is technically a champion versus champion match. Bryan Danielson taking on the WWE Undisputed Champion, the Viper, Randy Orton. As Orton looks to head into the summer the same way that he walked out of the summer last year, and that being the WWE Champion.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 275 pounds, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, the Viper, Randy Orton.
And you're in there with the WWE Undisputed Champion, Randy Orton. But for Bryan Danielson, he's already coming off a loss to the debut in Ilja Dragunov, and a man that has now qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match as of the start of our show. So Danielson really needs this win. But at the same time, if Danielson gets this win over Randy Orton, not only will he be the first man to defeat Orton in almost a year, he'll also, I mean, that has to put him in championship contention, maybe even as soon as the Money in the Bank. Danielson, of course, is a tag team champion in his own right, so he has other priorities at stake. But in the back of Danielson's mind, you know he wants to eventually hold that world championship once again. Could all start here tonight.
From Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210
Danielson once again out here
of the World Tag
with
Team
both World Tag
Champions
Team Championships.
and one half of the WWE World Tag Team
That being the old World Tag Team Championship design and the new one that's in his hand. Just letting people know that, he's gone through 2 separate eras of tag team titles, and still tag team champions to this day. Him and Moxley, of course. Moxley Not out here with Danielson here tonight. He was out there for the Dragunov match, cheering him on, and even got in Dragunov's face for a few minutes. But clearly, Moxley recognizes the level of importance of this match as Danielson taking it right to Randy Orton early on in the match. Is a huge chop to the chest of Orton. But now Orton looking to take Danielson for a ride here. Oh my goodness, huge neck breaker. Of course, Orton, no stranger to Bryan Danielson. They've had their battles in the past. They've had a SummerSlam match in their own right in the past. Now Danielson and Orton going back and forth here as Orton just catches Danielson off guard. And now, oh my goodness gracious, elbow right to the face of the American Dragon. And look, there's not too many people that are going to hold a experience advantage over Bryan Danielson, but there is one man on the Raw roster that will. It is Randy Orton, a man that was birthed into this division. And look at this, a heinous assault on Danielson, has split Danielson open in the early goings of this match, and now just beating the crap out of Bryan Danielson. Is the WWE Undisputed Champion. I don't know what it is about these champions and their egos. That being the match before this, Becky Lynch taking out Cora Jade. And now it's Randy Orton, one of the most egotistical SOBs you'll ever meet. Just stomping out Bryan Danielson in the middle of our main event, splitting Danielson wide open already too. Going for the cover already. Danielson, though, getting the shoulder out at 2, but Orton has been absolutely maniacal. Now Randy Orton, what the hell does he have planned for Bryan Danielson? But Danielson finally getting something to go. Running elbow right to the face of Randy Orton, a second one for good measure. And here comes the American Dragon doing what he does best, and Orton doing what he does best, talking trash, but Danielson gonna make him pay for it. And now it's Danielson trying to get back into this thing, but Orton reverses it and shoulder first into the barricade. Count of 3 this time now. We do not want this match to end on a count out, folks. I don't know why the hell Becky Lynch let that last match end on a count out, but we do not want our main event to end out on a count out. As Bryan Danielson escaping danger from Randy Orton. And now kicks right to the knee of Orton. And finally, Bryan Danielson has found his footing in this match. It's been a long time since Danielson has even been in contention for a world championship, let alone in the ring with the world champion himself. But believe me, that there's something that switches in Bryan Danielson on big fight feel matches. And that is exactly what we're seeing right now. He's finally comfortable in this match after an assault from the Viper to start this match. And now, oh my God, a kick right to the head. That could be it. Orton could be out here. Count of 1, 2. Oh, only gets a 2 count though. But Orton can definitely feel the effects of that kick right to the skull. And Bryan Danielson can feel the momentum shifting in this match. As now he sends Orton into the turnbuckle. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Drop kick right to the face. And that's going to give Orton his receipt back. Because now Orton is split open. A lot more blood than we expected here tonight, folks. Dragunov being split open in our beginning contest. And now Danielson and Orton involved in a bloodbath in our main event. And now Danielson once again sending his feet right into the face of Randy Orton. And the damage has been done to both individuals as Danielson is operating on a different level. Now, the later this match goes, looking to kick Orton's head into the mat, stomping his chest in. And now Danielson, full control right now of the WWE Undisputed Champion. Orton riding a wave of momentum after defeating Drew McIntyre for the second time this year in Saudi Arabia. But man, he's in there with a different competitor here tonight in Bryan Danielson, a more determined than ever Bryan Danielson. Now asking Orton to get to his feet. And now wait a minute. Oh my goodness, packs him up with that leg trap brain buster maneuver. I don't even know what the hell to call that. Reverse exploder. And now look at this, the yes kicks in the corner. Absolutely destroying the chest of Randy Orton. And now wait a minute, Danielson has had intentions in the bad intentions on the mind, I should say, but Orton cowering out to the floor. But Danielson's going to meet him there, it looks like. It's now Danielson, full head of steam to the outside. Look out, Randy. Oh, Orton. Orton staying one step ahead of his opponent at all times. And now it's Orton back into this thing right when you thought that he was down and out for the count. Oh my goodness, neck breaker on the outside floor. And now more Orton stomps outside of the ring. What the hell is Randy Orton got planned? No, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. An RKO on the floor. RKO on the floor to Bryan Danielson. Orton's gonna take the cheap victory. Oh, well, I thought he was gonna take the cheap victory like Lynch did. Although it wasn't a victory for Becky Lynch, it was a draw. It was a double count out. It's almost like Becky Lynch didn't even care about competing here tonight. But Randy Orton, the damage might have been done. He just RKO'd Danielson right on the floor. Danielson hasn't even moved. He's finally stirring. But wait a minute, Danielson goes off the ropes. Blue Psycho knee out of nowhere. Caught Orton flush. 1, 2, to pin the, I was going to say to pin the WWE Champion. But Bryan Danielson just threw his best foot forward, quite literally, but might not be done there yet. Here come the yes kicks once again. Just drilling into the chest of the Viper and cutting the head off the snake. Orton's out here. Orton's out here. 1, 2. Orton gets the shoulder once again, man. Danielson still in the fight. Battered, bloody, bruised. Danielson refuses to die here tonight. What the hell has he got planned here? Oh, he went to drive the knee right into the skull of Orton, but Orton out of harm's way once again. And now, oh my goodness, driving the elbow right to the jaw once again to Bryan Danielson. And now going for a second RKO in this match. Danielson ducks the attempt though. Orton though, still maintaining control. And now wait a minute, oh my God, what a roundhouse kick from Bryan Danielson. And now Orton was looking to cower away once again, but Danielson's not gonna let it happen. Look at this, surfboard stretch locked in. Orton doesn't know what to do here, but he's gonna find a way out nonetheless. Danielson struggling to get up to his feet. The damage has been done to both men, but Danielson continues to fight here. And now what the hell has Danielson got planned? Oh my goodness gracious, both men absolutely worse for wear here tonight. Bryan Danielson finally gets up to his feet. And now, oh my goodness, driving a knee right to the face of Orton. Oh, went for a second time, but Orton got the knees up, or got out of harm's way, I should say. But those devastating kicks of Bryan Danielson are going to do it every time, man. Orton trying to evade those as now he sends Danielson back into the ropes. And now, wait a minute. Oh, no. Vintage Orton here. Vintage Orton here with the Hangman's neck, or DDT, not neck breaker. Hangman's DDT. Could that be a count of 2? Danielson gets the shoulder again. Danielson gets the shoulder again. Randy Orton could not believe that Danielson's still in the fight. And now, wait a minute. Once again, going for another RKO. Gets it flush. Second RKO. The first one was out on the floor. No, Danielson gets the shoulder out though. Shoulder out at 2.5. Orton is absolutely incensed. He's starting to hear those voices in his head, but those voices might be going night-night. Danielson went for the knee. Orton kept his space. Orton's a bloody mess. Danielson's a bloody mess. This is an absolute war. Championship isn't even on the line, folks. These are just two men at the top of their game. And now look at this. Danielson, yes, locked in the middle of the ring. Randy Orton's going to have no choice but to submit in the middle of the ring. It'll be his first loss since defeating Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. Randy Orton trying to fight out here, but Danielson has it cinched in, and one of the best technical submission wrestlers in the game right now, having a submission hold locked in, but Orton somehow finding a way out of that. And now Danielson once again in the grasp of the Viper, but oh my goodness, Danielson sending Orton head first into the turnbuckle. And now wait, what the hell is that? Oh my God, just might have twisted the shoulder out of proportion here. Danielson now kicking to the back of Orton, and now wait a minute, looking to do more damage to the back. Submission hold once again, but Orton using that lengthy body to escape once more. And now wait a minute, oh, gets caught with a clothesline. Clothesline, we're down and out to Bryan Danielson, and now Danielson might be down after the clothesline. Orton survives the American Dragon. And the WWE Undisputed Champion lives to fight another day. Heading into SummerSlam. Wait a minute, turn your head around, because here is the prize fighter, and he's looking right at the prize. Kevin Owens face to face with the Viper. Did we just find Randy Orton's challenger for Money in the Bank? I guess we'll have to find out next week, folks. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. Man, this is going to be one hell of a match if that goes down. But nonetheless, folks, we're going to have to switch gears to the next episode of Friday Night SmackDown. More Money in the Bank qualifying matches to come. And as always, I will see y'all on the next one.